Education and higher education. The term education is used in a variety of contexts and with different shades of meaning. In its broadest sense, any act or experience that has a formative effect on the mind, character, or physical ability of an individual can be called as education. It is this sense that traveling, reading, conversation, or even living with someone can be an education. The famous author Maxim Gorky has written an autobiographical book describing his experiences of people, situations, family, and social relationships, from which he learned a lot about life, and he called this book as My Universities. In the same sense, it is not surprising that an assessment of learning by children has revealed that the school contributes only a limited share in the education of children. The other parts comes from family, life, society, playmates, and reading of books and magazines in modern times from radio, television, or the computer. Education is thus a very broad term as far as individual is concerned. However, education may also connote a system of institutions organized by society to deliberately transmit its cultural heritage, its accumulated knowledge, values, and skills from one generation to another. The educational system of a society would accordingly comprise institutions such as schools, colleges, universities, including teachers, administrators, curricula and courses, examination and certification procedure, and so on. Formal arrangements for the education of individuals in present-day societies are conceived in terms of stages arranged in a hierarchy. Our own educational ladder starting at 6 years of age comprises the elementary, secondary, higher secondary, and higher education stages. Since 1968, when the Parliament approved a national policy on education, we are committed to a structure symbolically called 10 plus 2 plus 3. This means 10 years high school education including 5 years of primary, 3 years of upper primary, and 2 years of secondary education. The structure of higher education consists of 3 years of education after 12 years of school education, leading to a bachelor's degree in arts and science, and 4 years in professional fields like engineering and medicine. This is followed by 2 years of study for a master degree and 3 years at least beyond the master degree for a PhD degree, which generally takes longer. The new Education Policy on Education 1986 reaffirms the same structure adopted by most Indian states. Higher education. Higher education refers to education in post-higher secondary institutions, colleges, and universities. It is higher education, firstly, because it constitutes the topmost stage of formal education, and more importantly, because it is concerned with the processes in the more advanced phases of human learning. The entrants are about 18 years of age, and therefore they are mentally mature and capable of performing at the abstract level. They can analyze, synthesize, and grasp concepts and ideas of all kinds. Their creative faculties are also developed adequately. Consequently, the content, methods of interaction, and organization of work have to be very different from what they are at the school. 3 aspects of higher education are of relatively recent origin. One of them is that social, economic, and industrial development have created a pressure towards greater specialization. Whereas 2 centuries ago, students could study philosophy, mathematics, and medicine in their universities' programs. Today, These subjects are studied usually by different students in different faculties or institutions. Because of specialization, today's student in higher education knows more and more about less and less, and sometimes special efforts are necessary to create a broad understanding of subjects and disciplines. The second aspect is that as societies grew more complex, more selective and efficient means of cultural transmission evolved, the result is the formal institutionalized system of education. The curriculum, due to specialization and paucity of time, has crystallized into clear-cut papers or courses. Formalism, both in structure and content, have crept in. The need of producing students of comparable base of knowledge and standard of achievement by a large number of institutions has led to formalism in evaluating or examining of students. Thirdly, research has emerged as one of the most significant dimensions of higher education today. Creation of knowledge is tangible output of the educational system, because of which the universities have acquired a new social status, particularly in the developed countries. In fact, there exists a symbiotic relationship between research and specialization of knowledge and skills. Much research is a team effort of collaborative nature in which the combined intelligence of large numbers is brought to bear on the solution of a problem.